Hey, beautiful people of God, Teresa Lusk here with Teresa Lusk Ministries. I want to share with you a brief video blog on the gift of the word of wisdom. In another segment, I actually shared with you about the gift of the word of knowledge. The word of knowledge actually gives you information about something that you didn't know. I talked about this. You can go find the video out there, but today I want to talk to you about the word of wisdom. Where the word of knowledge is about knowing something, the word of wisdom is about knowing how to do something. That's what's so cool about the word of wisdom. You know, the Lord is wisdom. He has wisdom. He's full of wisdom. And so I just love it because this gift, this grace is actually just as divine and supernatural as any of the other gifts. Sometimes we miss it though because we don't highlight this gift as much as we highlight other gifts that seem so much more supernatural in their manifestation than this one. But this is so supernatural, as a matter of fact, because you're actually getting information on how to straight from the Lord. Think about that. You know, most of us will pray for wisdom about how to take a step and the Lord will gently guide you. But in the operation of the word of wisdom, it's like a straight revelation. It's like a download at that moment for a particular person for ministry. It works for the secular world and it works for the Christian world. And I want to equip you in this because the word of wisdom, along with the other gifts, have in a lot of groups, we've treated them as if gifts are something that only a certain people get. A certain group, maybe leaders, maybe unless you've done, all the steps to, my Christian checklist, etc. But if you have the fullness of the Holy Spirit, He can actually manifest any of the gifts, or I like to call them graces, because they're the graces of the Holy Spirit. He can manifest any of them at any time for any purpose. So if you believe that you are not called to manifest the fullness of the Holy Spirit, and if you've said, well, I've operated in this gift, but I'm not called to this other gift, I'm going to challenge your theology. I want to challenge you because it means that you're cutting the Lord short and you're cutting yourself short. The Lord manifests this gift or these gifts for His will and purposes. He can choose to manifest them through anyone. So let's look at the word of wisdom. 1 Corinthians 12 says, verse 7 says, but the manifestation of the Spirit is given to every person to profit together. Okay? The Spirit is given to every person to profit together. That means we're all going to benefit from it. For to one is given, meaning brought forth by the Spirit, a word of wisdom. And that word wisdom actually means a spoken or thought word. So you can speak it or you can think it. And there's different purposes in the way that the word of knowledge manifests. It gives you the ability to know something divinely. A good amount of information. I'll give you an example. Several years ago, a woman was running a ministry and she was really trying to push it forward. And the Lord said, tell her these things so that because she's going to train other people to do what she's doing. And it was going to be beyond people. It was going to actually lead into organizations. And so he gave me 4 or 5 principles to share with her on how to go about the training. Why? Because the Lord wanted to protect those that were going to benefit from her ministry, those that were going to receive from her ministry, not the workers, not the people who were going to volunteer, but the people who were going to receive of her ministry. And the Lord was wanting to take care of their integrity. So He wanted me to share with them very specifically. Also, the word of knowledge, of wisdom, you can apply it to dreams, vision interpretation. It can teach you how to deal with management. It can tell you what are the principles that are operating in something and what are the principles that are lacking in operating in something. So while you have the word of wisdom to give you information and give it to you in a download type sense, it can also even expose and teach you what's not working. So it is in When you sum it all up, it's this, friends. It is supreme intelligence that belongs to the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And that intelligence carries instruction, and the word of wisdom downloads it. This supreme intelligence works in your life, in your ministry, in your family, in politics, in government, in the medical field. It works in every area. God is not restrained to just ministry. He's not. He's the creator of heaven and earth. So my friends, look at the gift of the word of wisdom. Get into the word in 1 Corinthians 12. Look at it. Break up the words yourself. Ask the Holy Spirit to reveal to you more about that gift. Many blessings.